make this person famous. Just make them look a certain way. Give her some freckles. Freckles are cute, and then we got her. Got them. I should say.
But you can't have more than a few of these avatars, though, isn't it? Because then people will start.
No, mate.
being
I'm
critical. Do you
actually
think?
looking and thinking that's the way that things are gonna go.
So are there
Because
more? Are there all more of these?
apparently there are. I don't know others that are Instagram influencers in the same way. Like there's one that's a black woman that was made by. I didn't really research into this too much, but there is another one, another CGI model, black woman. She posts stuff, but the maker says that he wasn't going to use her for any advertising or any sponsoring or any placement ads or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you gotta be.
he's kind of gone for a different approach. But mate, I think that the key thing
So
behind
what's she gonna tweet about then? Just like the football
I don't
results?
know. Yeah, I'll have to find out exactly what she's tweeting about there.
There needs to be a purpose for them, innit?
Well, mate, some.
Why are they all girls as well? It's all these
This is
pervy
exactly
guys,
what I was
isn't it?
gonna say. It's girls made by guys.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I
That's
think
what I
before
mean.
long-
Like Lara Croft, that body is not real, man. Have you seen Lara Croft back in the day, Tomb Raider? I don't know what she looks like now.
Yeah, a creepy thing for me, mate, is that these are both like pretty women who have been made, but behind them it's dudes. Like,
Yeah,
so what's going on? So almost even without CGI, there's lots of dudes behind female profiles online, but this is taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I know.
I
But
think
are there any guy ones?
not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Zach, there's an opening for us, man.
Get down with the programming. I'm going to dust off those programming books and get back on it, mate.
Let's do it.
Get back on it. But have you seen what was that movie that they made that had like loads of Easter eggs of games and everything? Ready Player One. Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they've got all of those different characters and you wouldn't have a clue who's behind those characters. I think social media might even end up like that, mate. Since filters,
like enter a world.
yeah, but not that way. That it has to be virtual reality. But any images that you see of a profile or a person online aren't necessarily going to be real. Just if we just say that everyone uses filters from now on,
but
the filter is more than just new eyes or new mouth or whatever. It's a whole new face.
But you can tell if someone's fake if someone's got a filter on.
You can tell that someone's used the filter on their picture.
Definitely, you look at their eyes and then you look at their skin even, and you know you can tell if someone's got a filter.
No, but I know you can tell. But there's two things that I'm saying. The filters will get better and harder to perceive, and people just aren't going to care so much anymore. And when those two things meet, it just gets to the point where anyone can be anything and have any image to demonstrate them. Look, it might be the way that it's going. You were talking about like internet safety for youngsters, and maybe they should be behind some sort of safety barrier, which is to not reveal their real image openly online in forums and whatever.
At the same time, I think people should be accountable for what they're saying. So you should find out where these people are from if they are.
It's new territory, mate. It's new territory. Undiscovered country. Yeah, talking of all this photoshopping and everything, there's plenty of examples. I'll put a link in the show notes again of like photoshopping gone wrong, where celebrities and non-celebrities, I'm going to call them, have just like tried to photoshop themselves so much. It just looks ridiculous, but they're still happy to put that out as an image of themselves.
You said photoshop themselves.
Like women giving themselves like 10-inch waists and stuff like this. And the way that they're photoshopping, like all the imagery in the background, you can see it bending. Like they'll be in front of a tree, but because they've photoshopped the image to have a smaller waist, the whole tree like bends towards their waist as well.
Man, it sounds hot, man.
Yeah, well, you're the target market. You are the target audience.
Oh yeah,
for the impossible
tree-looking woman right there.
Exactly. or that impossible waist. They got you. That's exactly what they were looking for. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just wanted to rant about just the way that technology is going. No one was prepared for technology to advance the way that it does. Social media came out of nowhere and just gripped everybody. Like, the smartphone must be the most influential invention of the last 100 years, 500 years, definitely of the decades. But the smartphone's more than a decade ago, isn't it?
Stop arguing with yourself, man.
The smartphone was a very influential recent invention. Let's put it that way.
All I gotta say is, this episode was brought to you by Grandpa Zach. Everyone running around your house just taking selfies, having a good time, and there you. Oh, look at these people.
You'll be the end of us. I can see the end coming.
Half of you don't exist. You're all avatars.
Nah, mate, listen, I'm at the forefront of technology. But to be at the forefront, you've got to be able to read the waves. You've got to be able to read the current and read the wind. And that's all I'm doing. I was
in the shoebox last week.
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't. I'm ahead of you.
Exactly. Well, look, you had that technological jump. I'm just trying to look out for where to land with the next technological jump.
Cheers, man. We'll be holograms next week.
Joker. I'm reading the crosswinds, and this is what I see coming. That's all.
All right. Full of little Michaelas. Why did they make a Brazilian, by the way?
Mate, Brazilians are hot. That's probably why.
It's true. That's the only reason, isn't it? Whenever there's new technology, there's always like a sinister thing that it goes into, and it's like,
exactly.
Just that deep fake thing's like, oh, that'd be good for porn. It's like, well, come on, man, we can use things that isn't porn.
No, it's the same with VR. I was out with some friends, and someone said, "Oh, have you guys been using VR?" And then like a couple of them just perked up and were like, "Yeah, VR porn. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever." And I was like, "What? All right."
Not shaking your hand at the end of it.
Jokes.
Yeah, it all goes down to those pervy guys who are quite smart at creating virtual reality avatars.
Exactly. Well, this is it. Those pervy guys who are smart at making the virtual reality avatars are making them for the pervy guys who have got a little bit of spare change in their pocket and will pay money to see the avatar without any clothes on. That's what's happening. It's a pervy guy to pervy guy industry.
Little Michaela listens to me, Zach. You don't understand.
she understands me.
She knows exactly what I want, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll never understand, mate.
Yeah. Not until it's all upon us.
Not until Judgment Day. They all come and get us, and then we need robots to save us.
From
the robots.
Robots to save us from the robots.
Exactly.
I think that's a risky move, mate.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. I mean, you don't know if he's good or bad, innit? In one, he's good. In the next one, in one, he's bad. The next one, he's good. Make your mind up, Arnie. I'll be back.
Now, what was I going to say? The one thing I didn't talk about, they've already had, like, CGI celebrities. Like, I'm sure you've heard of Hatsune Miku.
No.
What?
Mate, I'm not a nerd like you, mate.
What are you talking about? This is a Japan thing. You're a nerd for Japan, mate.
I'm not a nerd for Japan. I went there to teach.
And then you went back again?
Yeah, to visit. not to meet avatars, mate.
This is sounding really nerdy, mate.
No, what? Because I like the country and I go to visit. Come on, man.
Because you went there to teach and then you went back again. It's like...
on holiday.
All right. No, mate, she's a big celebrity. She's, what's it called? That's
all CGI. You're calling me a nerd, mate, and you're like, oh, this name.
No, only because I heard about it, man. I pay attention. I absorb that I hear. And in my head, I just associated that with you. I was like, yeah, I bet Happy knows all about her.
Yeah, you like to out people as nerds, innit? That aren't nerds.
Me?
That's what you nerds do, mate. You out people.
That's your favourite go-to insult. You're a nerd.
Yeah.
You know too much stuff.
Yeah.
What have you been learning? Stop learning stuff.
That's the thing. Like, nerds used to be like, oh, they read a lot of academic books, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's just they know about different avatars. they know about different nerdy things in every country.
Jokes. So I'm actually surprised that you haven't heard of her, Hatsune Miku. She's like a singer that's totally CGI and just has albums and albums of stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise.
That doesn't ring a bell.
No, that doesn't surprise me because because the thing is, like, there's loads of documentaries now about Japan, and they all do exactly the same thing.
What, Japanese or the documentaries?
The documentaries that go to Japan, the English documentaries.
Yeah.
They're always like they go to the sumo. Yeah.
Yeah.
They eat sushi.
Yeah.
And then they go and find these avatars, and they find these weird businessmen who follow them, and then they go, "Oh, what a weird culture this is."
Yeah.
Same program every channel. There's a new one of these. Oh, isn't Japan really weird? And aren't they?
Exactly. I know you're right. I think actually people have got a little fascination of Japan recently. There'll always be this person goes to Japan, this person, that person.
And they do the same thing. And that's what I mean. Like I went there and I didn't see one avatar. I didn't all these things that they do, like go cat cafe or maid cafe. I didn't go to one of those things. You know what I mean? Like, these are nerdy people. You get nerdy people in England, but they always seem to just go, right, this is what Japanese people do. Exactly. But it's not. It's what weird, like socially awkward people do.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really fringe community over there.
Yeah. Admittedly, they do show socially awkward people quite well over there. And, and they do have stuff like those businessmen who are married, but then they go in the evening to a Avatar concert made of these like fake women. But,
for real,
that's them.
Yeah. Oh, talking of Japanese businessmen, I saw this thing with Sue Perkins.
That's another one.
You see it?
Sue Perkins. There's loads of them.
Yeah.
Bro, why do I want to know what Sue Perkins' experience in Japan is like? Why?
Mate, I just saw this one clip though, where she went to like a management training seminar, and what's it called? Everyone that was there was meant to be a manager already who felt that they needed to improve.
That. Yeah, and
they just did loads of shouting. And basically, it seemed like the thing was, you need to learn how to shout better. So shout your feelings and failures at the camera, and then we'll help you.
There is a lot of, while I was in Japan, there was a lot of like people not expressing themselves. There's a lot of that. People just, it's not like here when you're like, oh, I'm depressed. Over there, it's like you work hard, and then and you're proud of the fact you work hard. You're proud of the fact that work is taking over your life in some cases, that was, I was there a while ago. I have to point that out. But, all these programs, man, they're tired. And they're all the same thing. Cat cafes, weird businessmen, lonely men.
Japan sounds awesome. Can't wait to go.
Can't wait to see all these awkward. I won't feel as awkward.
What's it called? For the lonely business cats. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. Just in their little suitcases. Although, tell a lie, Zach. Tell a lie. I went there this year for my honeymoon. I did go to a hedgehog cafe. But that was my wife's doing. That was my wife's doing.
How do you even get multiple hedgehogs in the same place?
Wait, if you want to do it, you do it. See, that's what we can learn from the Japanese. They want to put loads of hedgehogs in the same place. They're going to do it.
No matter how ridiculous it sounds.
Exactly.
You put enough effort in, you can do it.
You can do it, mate. See, but yeah, that was. It wasn't. I mean, you might be surprised, but it wasn't as good as it sounds. To be honest. It's just tired hedgehogs. They're nocturnal, man. They're like just alone.
My gosh! So they were just asleep. Mate.
But they were asleep, and then the people would go pick them up and go, "Oh no, it's all right. He's trying to sleep." And then obviously they were really pissed off. The hedgehogs.
Yeah.
They would like like when they backhill the dust in your face.
Yeah,
because they're tired.
Yeah, you shouldn't
You're trying
educate
to
a
feed it
hedgehog.
while it's
It
asleep.
might spit its spikes at you. Do you get me?
All right, mate. I think you're watching